Hello, today I am going to be doing an intuitive reading for mandala number 10 on the universal law of polarity. And the brief introduction of what that is, according to what I've read online, is simply that everything is on a continuum and has an opposite. So we can suppress and we can transform our undesirable thoughts by concentrating on the opposite pole. And it's basically about mental vibration. So that is all I know from the introductions online. I am now going to go into my spirit calling card reading, and this is where I pull 5 cards to start the reading, get an overall message, and then I'll start downloading these mini movies that my guides provide me to help me understand. So it's their way to teach me, and it's a guided visual journey, and from there I'll pull the symbols. So dear God and guiding spirits, angels of light and love, guide me on my path to my highest good. Help me to better understand the law of polarity in order to create a mandala, a teaching tool for those who also want to understand and use the laws to enhance their lives. What message have you for me? I'm pulling 5 cards. And 5. And our 5 cards are listen, soul, rejoice, depth, receive. Listen to the depth of your soul and receive, rejoice. Receive by listening to the depth of your soul and rejoice. I'm feeling inside my body now just to say if this is the message that they want me to come up with. And instead of the usual sort of chills, what I'm getting is just a deep sense of calm, of knowing, which also indicates that, yes, this is what they'd like me to say, because I'm not even tempted to shift the cards around here. So, receive by listening to the depth of your soul and rejoice. Basically, it's asking me to rejoice, create the life that I want by listening deep, aligning with the inner voices of our souls. I think it's pretty obvious here. I don't need to go into any more on that. So I'm getting visions already. I'm going to dive into that on the law of polarity. I'm seeing a typical scene of North Pole, what we consider, we've got cold ice. I'm seeing the igloo and the Inuit, just the typical sort of cartoon character of North Pole. And I've been plunged to the other side. We've got the South Pole. And although I'm seeing someone on a beach with, the sunglasses and the big margarita, it's not what my knowledge of the South Pole is in terms of Antarctica. I'll have to look into that. But anyways, I've got the extremes of hot and cold here. And there's a continuum in between. It's a big thermometer. There's a huge thermometer between the two of them. And then on top of that, I'm already seeing sort of the construction of the mandala, which is really practical. We've got here the typical symbol that you find on a map of where north, south, east, and west is. Beautiful sort of red and black triangles. And a cartwheel. There's 2 people. There are people doing cartwheels on the top and bottom. Just all along the continuum. The continuum. All along the thermometer. On one side it's a thermometer, on another side it's a scale. And I'm now seeing very like close up to the little marks on a ruler. They're almost like steps. They are steps. I'm sort of looking at my feet or a pair of feet going up these steps. We're looking. This is almost like the previous mandala with the fortress, but this time it's just a one tower, a very tall fortress tower. But there are steps. A lot of my images are very much like fairy tales from my childhood, which is quite a while back. But the sensation that came to me was of that what's that character with the long hair? Goldilocks? No, the one caught in the tower with her long hair, and that feeling of being trapped, but there's stairs right outside the tower that she's not aware of, climbing up. So right now I'm at the top of the tower, and you've got that sort of the way it's constructed, up and down around the tower, just sort of the gate. And on each of those, the top surface of these big rock or concrete blocks, there are objects. And what I'm seeing are sacred objects of various, like I'm seeing the mala beads, I'm seeing that little bell from the not the bell, the Durga, is that what it's called? Used by Buddhists and yogis. You've got, on the next one, you've got a crucifix. You've got, it's a prayer rug that's rolled up, okay. And on this one, you've got a bowl. Looks like a singing bowl, but it's got water in it. And you've got a mini representation of Stonehenge. Like almost like if it was a souvenir toy from it, just so it could all fit there. And an arch. An arch with a well. Oh, I wonder if it's the Chalice Well in Glastonbury. I'm not sure. Basically, it's, yes, I'm being confirmed. It's representing all spirituality, all tools and resources that humans use to elevate their thoughts. Aha! Law of polarity is about rising your vibration, so that makes sense, about rising your vibration to the vibration of your thoughts. I'm getting a bouncing sensation, like if I'm on my rebounder, my mini trampoline. Bouncing. Oh, I'm now seeing like an acrobat bouncing off trampolines, but there's also a what are those called? Flying trapeze, the things they swing on. So they're like all these figures, like a circus. Yeah, there's circus characters, people all around in the audience. They're bouncing up and like from one end of the tower to the other, sort of going along the continuum. That thermometer's still down there, far below. But yeah, bouncing from one end, like from opposite ends. There you go, the polarity, the whole, if you want to raise your vibration, think an opposite thought from your negative thoughts. There's just a lot of circus activity. Yeah, one side of the audience is very scared, glummy, like they're not bored. It's almost like if it was, the worst circus they'd ever been at. Whereas the other one is in total awe and celebration. So I'm recognizing the feeling. It's like when I first went, not just the first time, but every time I see the Cirque du Soleil, it's just complete awe at what they are able to do and what they've created. One side of the circus is dark and dingy. Getting the whole sort of behind the scenes. I'm seeing all the roadies and all that in the caravans, and a heavy feeling, fighting, brawling, gambling. A lot of them are drunk. Just the animals are looking scruffy and very, like it's just a really yucky feeling, very, very yucky. And on the other side, ooh, what a nice feeling, a switch in my body. Back to the rejoicing and the beauty and the color and so much light and the magic of it. And I'm seeing now back outside the tent of the whole roadies, but this time it's, companionship and like a lot of camaraderie, friendship, vibrant, healthy looking people. Nice contrast. Okay, I have enough there to make a mandala, but is there anything else you'd like me to know? Yes, I'm being shown the tent again, but from way, way, way up high as the circle, so that the roadies and all that, I'm seeing I'm sensing it, but I'm not seeing any of the details because they're so tiny. I'm like, whoa, I'm shooting way up into space here. Seeing the planet from far. I'm away from all planets. And it's just a sense of calm, the sense of, it's not what I would call love, it's peace. Yes. I'm getting this almost a sense of a carpet of energy, a carpet of energy looking down, but there's no form. It's just this peace. And that's where it ends. Thank you.